I'm going to do my two circles. One has a 2-inch radius and one has a 1-inch radius. Now I begin by drawing my outside circle, so D enter 4.286, and then my root circle, which is a D enter 3.67. Alright, when you construct the pressure angle should start at the intersection of the pitch circle and the center line. And it should come down at a 14.5-degree angle. So I'm going to say 2 inches, and I'm going to tab and do a negative 14.5. Okay, and the reason we draw the pressure angle is so that we can create a tangent circle using O snap to perpendicular. Okay, so I'm going to bring a circle up to the center, from the center, and make sure that it is tangent to the pressure angle. Okay, once you have established that circle, the base circle, you can take your pressure angle and move it over to the smaller circle. So at this point, we want to draw our chordal thickness, which is 0.224. And I want to take that chordal thickness and move it from its midpoint down to the intersection of the pitch circle and the center line, so that you have a little horizontal line that looks like that. Okay? The only reason we draw that is to establish this intersection right here. So I just draw myself a little vertical line. Once I do that, I can delete it. Now I could accomplish the same exact thing by drawing a line from here that is half the length of the chordal thickness, which would be 0.112. Okay, and you see I end up in the exact same place. So you can do it either way, 0.224, and move it so that its midpoint is located at the intersection of the pitch and the center line, or 0.112 straight across and then make our vertical line. Now, that intersection is critical because from there we're going to construct our two R circles. Okay, and ideally we want an X to show up there for an intersection, so maybe I'll turn off perpendicular. So there's my X. I'm going to do an RE real quick to regenerate the drawing. Not entirely necessary, but I'm going to start off with the intersection. I'm going to start off with my small R circle. Okay, I'm sorry, my large R circle, 0.73. Now the key here is, guys, is that we started it on the left side. Okay, we started it on the left side. So I want to go over to the right side, and where that circle that I just created intersects with the base circle, over on the other side of the center line, I'm going to do another one, 0.73. Now if you did everything right, you should see your profile curve right here, and you should, if you hit RE, be able to see all three of these intersect at the same place. Now once you've established that, we can delete that little line, and I can trim this one above the outside circle and below the pitch. Okay? So that I have this first profile curve created right here. Now to create the second profile curve, we follow the exact same process, only this time we use a small r number, which is 0.344. We started here, so we go over to the other side, and where that one intersects the base circle, we do another 0.344. And we should trim that one above the pitch circle and below the base. Okay? And if you did everything right, you should have exactly two curves. Now, I'm noticing a little discrepancy here, so let's do a regenerate and see what happens there. I still seem to have a bit of an overlap there, and that's not a huge deal, because if I keep regenerating that, that goes away. However, that's going to cause you a problem when you get into a venter, so I'd go ahead and trim it now. And let's see, if I zoom way in, do I see two lines? I think we look okay. So I'm going to do a regenerate, and now we have our two profile curves. So that's basically it. Once you've done that, all you got to do is bring the line down to the center point, trim it below the pitch circle, or below the root circle. We're going to go ahead and mirror that across the center line right here, and then I'm going to do a trim with that, and we can go ahead and do a polar array with 28 teeth. And I want to make sure I check or uncheck associative. Okay. So once we're done with that, we can delete our pitch circle and our base circle, and then you want to go in and trim these teeth. Okay. So same process for the smaller gear. We're just going to be using different numbers. So I'm going to start off with my outside circle, which is D enter 2.286. I'm then going to do my root circle, which is D enter 1.67. Okay, I'm going to then make sure I have object snap to perpendicular activated so that I can create my base circle. My base circle is tangent to the pressure angle right here. Now that I've done that, I can delete it. I'm going to go ahead and draw in my chordal thickness. This time I'll just do half of it, 0.112, and then I'm going to bring a vertical straight down. Okay, so I could have drawn 0.224 and centered it. However, I found this to be easier, 0.112. So I'm going to delete that, do an RE, and I'm going to start off with my R circle, which for this one, the big one is 0.453. I'm going to go all the way over to the other side, where that one intersects the base circle, and do a 0.453. I'm going to delete this, delete my little vertical line, and do an RE to regenerate. Alright, and then I'm going to trim that one above the outside circle and below the pitch. For my middle profile, I start right at the end there. And I want to do this one at 0.159. Go over to the other side and do another 0.159. And then I can trim that above the pitch, below the base, and delete my extra circles. Now again, I'm seeing I got a little overlap here. I'm going to go ahead and just trim that, and it seems to work itself out. And then I can do an RE to regenerate. I don't need these anymore. And then you guys should know how to finish it off from this point. Bring that guy down there, trim it, do a quick mirror. Okay, trim the outside circle. Right here and here, and then we can go ahead and do a RE, and then we'll do a polar array.
14.
14. All right, and that's it. Now we can trim out the insides and straighten up our center lines. Okay, but that's all there is to it, guys. There's only a couple numbers you need to know, and I think most people are having trouble with the R circles. Okay, so just remember, you do it at the intersection of that vertical line that comes down from the chordal thickness and the pitch circle, which is this point right here. So then you draw your first one, go over to the other side of the center line, and start it at the intersection of the base circle. And that'll give you one profile, two profiles, and the last one is a straight line down to the center. Okay? So let me know if you need help on this, but let's get them done today.